Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Thursday edition to Rasaji Speaks. Hope you've had a great week. Real excited today. Don't forget that on Thursday that we have our PFL at 1 p.m. And today, Sister Nan will be hosting, and we're going to have Brother Andy on, who's going to give us an update on affiliate marketing and how to drive internet traffic. I think he's got a new ad up and running and stuff like that. So I think you'll find it very interesting. And plus, Andy's humor is always great. Yes. So today we're going to discuss busy versus productive. Productive. There's a lot of people very fearful right now of what AI is going to do, especially in regards of replacing people's jobs. I'm going to tell you, in the service industry, manufacturing especially, who's going to get most clipped? The people who lack the most focus. Think about that. See, what does the single most thing that AI really accomplishes? Well, it's programmed to do a specific task that a lot of times the average human thinks is so mundane that they won't do it. Because, as I told you before, the average human starts out in their life inherently lazy. And yet, disciplining yourself in every career that all of us have, there's a part of our job, and some more than other, that's what's called mundane. AI will go after those jobs and they will use them. And it's probably unfortunate because a lot of those people are kind of like union workers too. Car manufacturers, assembly line people. Some of these people, I heard the other day that an average Amazon employee, the guy and the woman pulling up in your truck, the average driver makes $23 an hour. $23 an hour is not bad money. Wasn't too long ago that nurses and teachers of 8 or 10 years were maybe making that kind of income. Today, drivers with Amazon are making that kind of income. And if they've been there a while, it's closer to $30 an hour. Think about it. Do the math. It'll be a while before they're replacing them, but that's coming too. Robots, robotics, cars without a driver. If you can get that sophisticated about what's happening, productivity has to do with, are you ready to get focused and realize that goals and dreams and column exercises have to physically show up? And it's just important for you to participate in that as it was for you to do a column exercise in the first place. But it's amazing how many people don't do their column exercise or don't write down goals. And there are fewer people who want to carry them out. And what is the bottom line? Well, their resistance to change and they're fearful of failure. Resistance to change and fearful of failure, as opposed to just go ahead and do it. All the greats, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Michael Jordan. Let me give you a great example right now. One of the smartest things I ever did was 3 or 4 summers ago. I had Chin, my 15, soon to be 16-year-old, right? I had him read the life of Michael Jordan, Walt Disney, and Stan Smith that did Marvel characters, right? Three incredible people that had impact not only on their life, not only on their family, but all three were leaders and they've had phenomenals. Just think of the movies and the comic books that Stan Lee did. Think Walt Disney. Would he ever have dreamed that he was going to have an amusement park in Paris and Japan and California and Florida? I mean, think about that, right? And that Epcot would turn out to be anything like that. That was his biggest dream, by the way. Michael Jordan. Oh my God. This is a parallel here, real parallel. Chin, 3 or 4 years ago, was scared to death to even start to play basketball or take a basketball camp. His first resistance to me was, Dad, I don't know how to do it. And I said, yes, and that's why you're going to camp. Over the last 3 years, with the mentorship of his big buddy, Cole, that a lot of you, several of you know, Cole, incredible human being, has helped him overcome the fear and gave him the experience and the knowledge. Now, watch this. Michael Jordan tried out for basketball 3 or 4 times, and it was like his junior year before he actually made the squad, but he started in about 8th grade. Chin started in 7th grade, didn't make the team in 7th grade. Look what he was missing, what he needed to work on. 8th grade, didn't make the team. Chin, you want to go watch some of the games? No, I don't want to do that. I want to watch the NBA. That was his answer to me. I want to watch it. And he got really into it, right? Progress. This year, he didn't make the first squad in high school. Now remember, he's never played in a real game. Think about the challenge. And he made one of the alternates. So out of about 50 kids, they pick 15 people on the squad, and they pick a 16th and a 17th alternate that's managers that travels with the team, goes to the games, sits on the bench, gives them water, gives them towels, but they get to train with the team. Now, that's very important. Think about that. Training. That's training with the team is the only thing that's lacking in this training, and playing with 4 other people on the court. Focus, specific intention, right? If somebody, heaven forbid, gets hurt or doesn't show up, they go to 16 and 17s, they go dress out. And with this next big step and still working with Brother Cole, what are the chances that next year in the 10th grade that he will actually make the JV team? They'll be looking at him like crazy. And he's just totally now in love with basketball. He loves the game. If I let him, he'll sleep with that daggum basketball. Scared to death of basketball 4 years ago. Can't get enough basketball 4 years later. You see the pattern? Same pattern is happening to him that happened to Stan Lee, Walt Disney, and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan went on to be one of the #1 players in a decade, still to this day in the top 5 players of all time. Ended up then coaching an NFL team. Ended up buying and selling a team. Then played Major League Baseball. You know what the chances are playing in 2 professional level sports? Then he did all these commercials for Fruit of the Loom, right? And now he sponsors 2 NASCARs. first African American owner in NASCAR. He loves NASCAR. Who would have ever figured, right? The guy's a multi millionaire. But his dad taught him some basic truths. When you get home from practice, or you're sitting there watching the skills of a team you can't yet practice because you haven't made the team, then I want you to throw 100 free throws when you're tired. And when you can sink 9 out of 10 on a regular basis, you'll arrive. Well, for 3 to 4 years, that's what he did. He kept getting bigger and stronger. And in the junior year in high school, makes the team. Senior year in high school, he starts the team. You know the rest. Goes to University of North Carolina and then to the Chicago Bulls. It's an amazing, amazing story, right? Why am I sharing this with you? It's the same with all of us. You have to decide what is productive and what's just being busy. Busy is an unproductive person whose energy is going through them, and they won't take the discipline of their mind. They won't write down things. They won't follow through on things, and they resist grounding all the time. You learn to do things here with specific intention, driven by passion. If you do, there's no stopping you. AI what? AI what? There ain't going to be no damn AI that's going to replace what I'm going to do. And here's the thing. The people here that are most serious, when they see how Circle of Chi and Tai Chi Gong impacts their life, they want to share that. It's natural for us to want to share. And as they say in the East, we came to teach what we really came to learn. Watch the comments in the section of our people who's teaching, what it's done to their life to transform their life. So, this anyhow, productivity. Go Chin. God bless you. And as we say in the Far East, Baraka Bashai. Don't forget to tune in today at 1 o'clock with Sister Ann and with Brother Andy. Talking about a guy that's focused. He is focused on this website and focused on helping teachers also. God bless you. See you soon. See you tomorrow on Shangri-La edition of Rasaji Speaks. Love you much.